unique in every way.
3 days to the Republic Bank Love FM Habitat Fair at Kumasi City Mall. Hashtag Stop Galamsey Now.
Let the water flow. I will speak to him directly. President John Dramani Mahama. Yellow blood do.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM. Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. We're also live on Love 99.5 in Kumasi, myjoyonline.com, and affiliates in all 16 regions of Ghana, including Volta Premier Ho in Kiligi FM Bole, ATL FM Cape Coast, and Radio Max Takrady. Also live on X Spaces, Facebook, and YouTube. The Midday News is supported by Petrosol Platinum Energy, energizing dreams. Coming up, Tamale High Court announced 2024 Panda constituency election results and orders fresh polls within 30 days.
Yes, we respect what the judge has said. We vehemently disagree with him. I know that I won the election with a difference of 3,734. That is a clear victory.
Bring you more reactions from the MP of the area, Matthew Yandam. Also coming up, latest Global Info Analytics survey reveals former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia still dominates NPP's presidential primaries with 42.7% support. We'll engage the pollster for more on this survey. Also, Ghana's Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, is turning up the heat on the Commercial Bank Board member Alfred Atukwe Botwe over questionable academic titles, pushing for his suspension and a full national security probe. Also in the bulletin, we'll tell you how the local economy in Mankesim is grinding to a halt as delays in ratifying Ghana's first lithium project stall about 2,700 indirect jobs it promised.
The direct benefit to someone like me who hawks in traffic is that some of the lithium project workers will need food and they will come and buy my fancy kinky.
Sometimes you be at the station for about 30 minutes, 1 hour. Just look at right now, I'm loading. Nobody is in. Yes, I'm going.
Well, we have more on our series, Hope on Pause, the Lithium Promise. Also coming up this afternoon, Gender Ministry begins investigations into widespread incidents of violence and abuse making rounds on social media as the minister launches search for children of women captured being assaulted by ex-husband.
And what we're doing now is trying to, anybody with any information on the whereabouts of the children, it's been difficult.
These and more with me, Maame, Nyamekye, Thompson. Please stay. This afternoon, the Tamale High Court has announced the 2024 parliamentary election results for Panda constituency, citing serious irregularities in 41 polling stations. The presiding judge, Justice Emmanuel Brew-Planch, ruled that non-compliance with electoral regulations compromised the vote's integrity, ordering the Electoral Commission to conduct a fresh poll within 30 days. The petition was filed by NDC candidate Daniel Insala Wakbal, alleging inconsistencies in Form 8A or pink sheet from 41 out of 152 polling stations. Here's a member of the NDC's legal team, Nick Papo Samoa Ado, giving a reaction to joinees on the ruling.
Now, when you say that the disturbances at the collation center, the law is clear that you either adjourn it to the next day or you can adjourn it even for but you don't relocate or redesignate the collation center without notice to the participating candidates. And then you, when you were brought to court, decide that you are going to support one side against the other, making allegations the petitioner was involved in busing hooligans to the place, come and destroy property, and also to engage in acts which were inconsistent to the election laws. When the district election officer was put in the box, he could not even point one, even his own videos, to show that indeed the petitioner had done any of those things. So clearly, our point was very simple. The failure to notify the petitioner of the relocation and redesignation of the collation center meant that clearly There was no way he could have participated in the collation and to be able to exercise his rights, which included serious irregularities, which we brought to the court.
Well, let's also hear from the NPP's lawyer in court, Sylvester Isang. We apologize, we do not have that insert now. We'll bring you that later. Now, the party's Director of Elections, Rashid Tanko, has also been reacting to the ruling. Member of Parliament Matthew Yandam was declared winner in December 2024, and he joins us on the phone lines and now. But before we do that, let's listen now to Director of Elections, Rashid Tanko.
All along, the NDC has been saying that there are several crooked electoral officers who are bent on stealing people's mandates. And one of it is what has been exposed today. We said it time and again that the seat of Panda was the seat for the NDC. They rigged the election, and we've been saying it time and again that we will continue to expose crooked electoral officers who will continue to rig election. We will stop them. We will make sure that the NDC will prevent such rigging machinery of the then MPP and their crooked collaborators in the Electoral Commission. Clearly, the CI 127, if you look at Regulation 43, 1A up to H, spell out how collation of parliamentary election is done. They didn't do that. They just organized themselves, ran to cook some results, and announced Yandam as a parliamentary candidate elect. This is what they did. And that is why we made sure that we follow through the process, and we have gotten favorable judgment. We are appealing to our opponents, the MPP. They don't come for the by-election because we will hand them some heavy defeat.
Well, let's go on the phone lines now and speak to Member of Parliament Matthew Yandam, who was declared winner in the December 2024 vote. He joins us on the phone lines. Are you surprised at the ruling, Matthew?
Well, let me say good afternoon to your listeners. And let me let my people know that I'm very strong. I am not disappointed at all. I am a very strong person, and I know that I won the elections. They voted for me, and that is my joy. I'm disappointed in one breath because 2 weeks before today, NDC was in Panda, going through every police station, telling them we are going to have a rerun. While the issue was still in court, they were telling their supporters that we are going for a rerun. As to how they got to know we were going for a rerun, it is between them and their gods. Now, to the issues. When they came to court, they came with 41 polling stations, complaining that there were some irregularities on those polling stations. And my sister, if I want to tell you the irregularities they cited, you will marvel. One they stated was that the range of ballots were not written on their pin sheets. They cited that as an irregularity. The second issue they spoke about has to do with people voting for presidential and not voting for parliamentary. It was another irregularity they cited.
So we are familiar.
Some of us
yes, Mr.
don't even see
Yandam.
what you call irregularities in there.
So we are familiar with this issues in court.
Yes,
but right now, one would want to know what this means for your current status. Very briefly.
Come again.
We want to know what this ruling means for your current status.
What it meant is that, one, I'm still the member of parliament for Panda. We have filed an appeal. We have filed stay of execution. And that is what we have done currently. And I am confident that this ruling, it will not stand any test anywhere. If we want to actually apply the law, the GI that he read, he completely misfired. I'm telling you that nothing untoward happened in Panda. Nothing, absolutely nothing. They are using state powers. They think they are in government. They can do whatever they want to do. And this is the ruling they managed to get. Whichever way they got it, it is between them and their God.
Right. We're very grateful for your time. And you heard there Matthew Yandam, the current MP for Panda. But let's hear from the NPP lawyer in court, Sylvester Isang.
The evidence on the record is that there was violence at the initially designated collation center, which is Panda. And now, once there was violence, the EC has the right to relocate the collation center. Regulation 48 of CI 127 says that the absence of a candidate and his agent at the collation center does not invalidate the results. So if you came to court saying that there were issues with 41 police stations, what is the results of the collated figures for those police stations that were not having issues? The NDC couldn't answer this in court. And I had a section of my client that he should be bold, whatever decision that is affirmed, because we knew that was what was going to happen. So
well, former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is leading the pack in the NPP presidential primaries, scheduled for January 2026, with 42.7% of the votes, according to a latest Global Info Analytics survey. He's followed by Kennedy Ejapong with 17.7%, while other contenders trail behind. Notably, 14.9% of delegates didn't disclose their voting intentions, and 19.3% remain undecided. The survey polled 3,500 delegates across Ghana's 16 regions. Now, let's get some more explanation from lead pollster at Global Info Analytics, Musa Dankwa, and he joins us on the line. Well, Musa, what's driving the 2% decline in Dr. Bawumia's support since October, and how might this impact his chances in the 2026 primary?
Thank you very much for having me. If you look at the data problem, every candidate apart from Brian dropped. Everyone. Bawumia nearly 1%, Ken nearly 1%, Adichum nearly 1%, and Kobna nearly 1%. The drop all went into undecided. The voters are waiting for something here from this week, or I don't know what next, but the movement was really didn't go to any candidate, but rather didn't.
Kindly reposition yourself for me, but how might the undecided delegates influence the outcome of the primaries, and what issues are likely to sway this decision?
I mean, 90% is quite significant. You need to win a big chunk to cross the line. If you look at the current numbers, most of those people who say they won't disclose, I would think they are Kennedy people. They may go to Kennedy. But among those who are undecided, that is where the battle is going to be fought at. Bawumia is around 43%. He needs 7% to cross the line. Kennedy needs a lot more to cross the line. So for now, Bawumia is in a stronger position than Kennedy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Musa Dankwa. He's with the Global Info Analytics lead poster there. Now, the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission is demanding the immediate suspension of Alfred Atukwe Poultry from the board of state-owned commercial bank after raising serious concerns about his use of unearned academic titles. In a statement to the National Intelligence Bureau, GTEC says Mr. Poultry failed to justify the professor and doctor titles he's been using, with documents showing he relied on certificates from the unaccredited Universidad Empresarial de Costa Rica, an institution not recognized in Ghana and not affiliated with KNUST, despite his claims. KNUST confirms his executive PhD program was truncated years ago and denies any joint program with UNEM. GTEC also flags inconsistencies in his CV, including part-time teaching experience that does not qualify him for professional rank, and a list of unverified professional certifications. Well, my colleague Kenneth JC joins me with more on this. Well, Kenneth, let's highlight some of the infractions GTEC talks about in this statement.
Right, Maame, so that's a 14-page document that GTEC has written, and of course we've tabled down the most important things. It mentioned the fact that after a careful review of Mr. Poultry's documents, it revealed that he submitted a certificate claiming to be a full professor in strategic networking from Universidad Empresaria de Costa Rica, which is otherwise known as UNEM. They say he also presented a Doctor of Philosophy in Strategic Financial Management, similarly awarded by UNEM. And GTEC says that UNEM's qualifications are not recognized by their institution. And they continue to say that UNEM has no affiliation or academic partnership with the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Right. And they continue to say that there is no evidence Mr. Poultry has ever held a teaching appointment or risen through any academic ranks required to attain professorship. A fellowship awarded in 2018 by the Institute of Labor and Industrial Relations in the USA appears to be you the only document referring to him as professor. Now, in its referral to the NIB, GTEC states that Mr. Butcher's CV shows his primary professional experience between 2008 and 2012 was within corporate circles. His only teaching experience appears to be a brief part-time and visiting lecturer role at the Pan-African Christian University in Winneba in 2008. And GTEC says part-time teaching cannot form the basis for claiming professor rank. The commission also expressed concern about several unverified professional affiliations listed by Mr. Butcher, such as FEIFD, FCICT, and so on, which he has yet to provide evidence for. So these are the reasons why GTEC has written to the NIB to suspend him immediately.
Thank you, Kenneth Jesse. Now, local businesses in Mankasim are grinding to a halt as Parliament delays the ratification of Ghana's first lithium project. Sales are dropping, and the informal workers who were counting on the Woya lithium project's ripple effects are now feeling the pinch. Abna Anan Efante Kinkisela is left to chase the few customers she can find. For her and many others, every day Parliament waits. Their livelihoods wait with it. Emmanuel Jivenu has more in this week's episode of our series, Hope and Pause, the Lithium Promise.
Every day at the Mankasim runabout, Abina Anan runs for survival. She chases cars with bags of fantikinki, hoping someone inside will roll down a window with a few CDs to spare.
Oh, I didn't for server brand because in Juma Bebre war, but workers and I bebre.
There are many graduates here without jobs. Some completed school 4 or 5 years ago and still haven't found work. Some fall into bad company and turn to stealing or other things. But when the lithium project starts, we will all be more comfortable because we'll have jobs to do.
Abena is not searching for a job in the mine. She's searching for everything the mine brings with it. Workers, traffic, and demand. The lifeblood of informal businesses.
The direct benefit to someone like me who hawks in traffic is that some of the lithium project workers will need food and they will come and buy my fanti kinky. When that happens, my business will grow.
But for 2 years since the lease was signed, Parliament has still not ratified the project. And in communities like Mankasim, the delay is choking the local economy before it even begins. For drivers like Gideon, when Atlantic Lithium began prospecting, his taxi rarely rested. Engineers, technicians, and local support staff kept him busy. Today, he's been loading for over an hour, and still no one is coming.
It was helping the youth and we the drivers as well. So they will come, take us to our place, take us to this place. Sometimes you'll be at the station for about 30 minutes, 1 hour. Just look at right now, I'm loading. Nobody is in.
The Ewoya lithium project was expected to anchor at least 2,700 indirect jobs. But the delay in parliamentary approval has left those jobs suspended. Few meters away from the Mankasim roundabout, the ripple effect of the Ewoya lithium project was supposed to start here, in construction yards like Prince Labi's.
The delay of the coming on of the mine is a worry to this business because they're going to boost the business with the sales when it comes to the sales part. Yes, so since it hasn't, from what I heard, it hasn't had any parliamentary approval. Yes, it has.
And that was Hope on Pause, the Lithium Promise by Emmanuel Jivenu. You're still listening to the Midday News here on Joe 99.7 FM. We'll take a break. We'll return with sports. And also, Gender Ministry begins investigation into widespread incidents of violence and abuse making rounds on social media as the minister launches search for children of women captured being assaulted by ex-husband.
And what we're doing now is trying to, anybody with any information on the whereabouts of the children, it's been difficult.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Everywhere. The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like Jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Mumu or card if you are abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Dear Santa, I don't want a lot this holiday. All I want this holiday is on DSTV, so I can watch all my favorite kids shows on Cartoon Network, Nick Jr. and Nicktoons. Also, Daddy can watch all his football games, and Mommy can watch all her telenovelas.
Ho ho ho! No brainer cook this Christmas. Get yourself or gift that special person a DSTV decoder as a Christmas gift today at 89 Ghana cedis. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back to the Midday News. We have sports.
Maame, Asante Kotoko is in trouble. They have been charged by the Ghana Football Association over alleged social media post the football governing body says constitutes misconduct after the Porcupines March Week 11 league clash against Samatex. A portion of a statement released by the Ghana FA prosecutor says that the comments were insightful and posed a risk of violence against the match officials, which constitutes misconduct that brings the game into disrepute. Kotoko have been given until Wednesday, November 26 to respond to the charges.
Thank you, Muftau. Now, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection has launched investigations into all incidents of violence and abuse recorded in the last few days. Social media has been awash with a number of viral videos, especially one which captured a 32-year-old Harriet Amozu being physically assaulted by her ex-husband. James Aveji captures the incidents in the following report, plus the latest from the Gender Ministry.
In the last 7 days alone, the Ghana Police Service have arrested 3 men in relation to 3 separate violence and abuse cases. Before this was the arrest of a football coach, Ibrahim Anyas, for allegedly sodomizing a 16-year-old young football star, Ransford Owusu-Ansah, who was placed under his care at the Siano Football Academy in Amasaman. The victim, according to police, reportedly died of liver and kidney complications shortly after the incident in February. Before the dust could settle, a video popped up on social media capturing a woman being physically assaulted by a man later identified as Odate Lamte, ex-husband of Harriet Amozu. The gender minister, Dr. Agnes Namu Mulate, in an interview with Blessed Sugar on Prime Insight, said Harriet is fine and receiving the needed support as they are in search for her children.
We sent her to a safe place where we commenced a psychosocial support for her. She's safe now, assisting with the investigations, and hopefully we'll have some conclusion to that. But what we're doing now is trying to, anybody with any information on the whereabouts of the children. It's been difficult.
Egg glut is worsening as Greater Accra Poultry Farmers Association accuse market women of refusing to reduce prices despite lower farm gate rates, raising fears of a looming collapse in the country's poultry sector. The association says although farm gate prices have dropped, with the crates now selling around 40 cedis and 45 cedis, many market women continue to sell eggs at high retail prices. This, they argue, has created a sharp disconnect between production and consumption, deepening the egg glut and leaving farmers unable to move their stock. There's a CEO of the association, Ali Mohammed.
The local farmer has reduced its price of eggs from the farm gate, but the market queens are not prepared to reduce them. Because look, these market queens bear no risk at all. They bear no risk at all. What is it? They don't pay for cash. They come and take them, sell them, and bring you money. They take it, maybe say 45 cedis from the farm gate. The last count, somebody was giving me an information that there are places that they saw egg on the table around 75 cities. What do you think? It's under too much on the high side. Even the farmer do not earn that kind of margin per crate. As of last Wednesday, for the last survey that we did from our members, we have over 38,000 crates sitting on farms. They are not off-takers. The market queens are not being fair to the farmer.
This afternoon, the Ghana National Fire Service is cautioning factories and other critical facilities not to depend solely on fire hydrants to fight outbreaks, citing the erratic water supply from Ghana Water Limited. This follows a devastating fire that gutted a plastic processing company over the weekend at Weja. According to the fire service, the blaze took far longer to bring under control because firefighters struggled to access water. Now, the Greater Accra Regional Fire Commander, ACFO2 Rashid Nisawu, who says fire hydrants may be unreliable because the erratic water supply needs to have mechanized boreholes.
We need to get hydrants. Even these days, hydrants, my advice to developers and people who are into business is that, you see, hydrants, yes, but if you are not lucky and that particular day of reckoning, the taps are not running, Ghana Water Company has shut the water flow. It means that you will not get water in the hydrant. So what I expect, and I keep advising facility owners, is get a dedicated borehole such that the Ghana National Fire Service, when we get there in time of emergency, can draw water from it for firefighting.
Well, you cannot afford to miss the Republic Bank Love FM Habitat Fair in Kumasi, just 3 days away. Safety and Home Solutions is offering 50% discount on all its products, from customized modular kitchens and doors. Obri Abwa Menu is the digital marketer.
The largest collection of doors, windows, and kitchen built to international standards. We supply certified products from Turkey, India, and Malta. You get premium quality and service that competitors do not match. When you buy from us, you get peace of mind, free installation nationwide, strong quality assurance, and long-lasting beauty for your space.
You can visit their stands at the Republic Bank Love FM Habitat Fair at the Kumasi City Mall from the 27th to the 30th of November 2025, and that is just 3 days away. And that's how we end this afternoon's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. But just before we go, Noella, what's trending?
A lot of sports teams are trending. I know Tottenham is trending, Spurs is trending. Apparently, they won against Arsenal. Actually, won against Spurs.
No wonder Fred is unwell.
And in their match against Tottenham Hotspur, they also won with 4 goals to Tottenham's 1. And so they're trending. I've got Trey here on X who says Spurs are such a banter club, bro. they let him recreate and has a picture of some footballers. I have to be honest, I don't know their names, so let's just leave it there. Or you can check out what's trending on X as well.
Thank you very much, Noella, for that. And that's how we bow out of the afternoon bulletin. I am